Hi guys, Badman here. So today we're going to cover the Colosseum. The Colosseum itself unlocks at castle level 10. Now, what the Colosseum does is it lets you fight 5 of your heroes versus 5 of somebody else's in your kingdom. You get 5 entries per day, and the entries actually reset whilst when your VIP resets as well. So to find out more about VIP resetting, if you look on one of my earlier videos called VIP Explained, that will actually help you work out when your entries are going to reset and stuff. So the Colosseum itself has 2 types of hero setups. The first one that you can see on the screen now is called defensive formation. So you click defensive formation. And these 5 heroes are the ones that when somebody else picks you to battle, these are the ones they're going to pick. And literally what you do is, because I've got 5 in, you just click one, it takes it out, and then you pop one back in if you want. The other type is your attack formation, and when you choose to challenge somebody, you get this screen. So you just click the challenge button, and then again you can, I've picked 5 previously because I obviously use the Colosseum, and then you just pop in what you want. One of the things you might have noticed on the defense and on the attack is some of the heroes have stars on them. If you click out of this and you go onto the start, the big star in the top left hand corner, basically what it's saying is every couple of days it will give you a set of requirements, and if you use those type of heroes, they will actually boost the hero's abilities. Personally, I don't worry too much about trying to get the right ones because I use a specific type of lineup for both my heroes' defense and their attack. When it comes to actually setting up a lineup, unfortunately, I can't tell you which ones are for the best because it kind of depends on if you're a free-to-play player or a pay-to-play player. So many people just kind of use different lineup defenses. So it's a bit of a trial and error, kind of figuring out which characters you like the way they play and setting up your lineup to suit you. Okay, so the other things with the Colosseum, the reason why this is quite interesting is because once you get under 5,000, you start getting gems on a 3-hour basis. So if you click the eye icon, this will then load up pretty much what I've just told you. It shows you when my daily reset happens. It tells you that you get gems every 3 hours depending on your rank. And then it also shows you how many gems you'll actually get, all the way down as far as 5,000, where you start at 10 gems, all the way up to that top spot, player 1, which gets 500 gems every 3 hours. The other thing is, just above my entries, you can see my current rank, which is 408 for this kingdom. You can click the actual gem and it will show you when your next batch of gems come in. So in 1 hour and 43 minutes, my gems will replenish and I will get 80. You can let this keep running. You don't have to collect them as soon as they come in, and it will just stockpile a nice little pile of gems for you. And again, you just press the OK and it will give you whatever gems you have and add them to your previous collection of gems. The other things you can see is there's a little camera in the top corner. This camera will show you how you've been doing, if you've been winning fights, if you've been losing fights, and again you can, from that you can click the camera again and it will then show you the actual battle. So bear in mind, these battle reports aren't just about the ones you personally have done in your 5 sets. These will be the mixture of what's happened if someone's attacked you and if you've lowered your rank, because if you're attacked by somebody else and they beat you, then obviously you drop some ranks as well. So the other thing is, once you've used up all of your 5 entries, you can actually buy another set of 5. I personally choose not to, because of the fact that my current position in the Colosseum is roughly where I can get to right now. So spending gems potentially to try and make one or two extra gems, I don't think it's very wise. However, if I left this current kingdom and moved to another one to try and quickly make back my position, because I would be like the lowest of ranks, I might spend my gems once or twice to kind of increase my entry times to then get back past the 5,000 as quick as I can, so I can start regenerating more gems. However, each time you do that, for that 24-hour period, it will increase the amount of gems you have to spend. Something to bear in mind. So that's pretty much the basic stuff covered. So one of the things you can do is, when you challenge a person, before we challenge a person, there's this button in the corner that says change. However, change, what it does is it changes the 3 people you have an option of fighting. So as you can see, each of them are showing me their might, and that might is their actual hero lineup, not so much their actual overall might. Sometimes you might get lucky and you might find a player with 1,000 might plus. The reason why you found those players is those are computer generated players. And what's happened is, a player that used to have that rank within the Colosseum has now left the kingdom, and the computer has simply just put a very 1,000 plus might player in place of it as AI, and those are really handy to move up the Colosseum ranks really quickly. So using the change button when you're trying to find a fight is probably more sensible than picking the one that they've simulated for you at the beginning, because sometimes you can find some really easy targets and move up those ranking systems. So I've left one entry on this just so I could simply show you what a simulated fight looks like. And if I just try and find somebody, there's a good chance this is I'm gonna get beaten, so I apologize, but it's just the course of this video. So as you can see, it pretty much, the computer simulates it. You'll have saw this lightning bolt in the bottom right hand corner before. However, this one's locked because this is a full automated battle, so I cannot pick when my players use their powers. And once this battle's done, we can kind of cover the familiar side for the more advanced players and stuff. As you've seen, I've won that because my players are all level 60 and my personal player level is 60. I didn't gain any XP from my heroes, nor did I gain any XP for myself. The crown rating on Colosseum doesn't matter if you get 3 crowns, unlike things like the elite and normal stages where you need them in order to do the speed runs. And again, it shows your victory, and then it shows you how many places I went up in the Colosseum. If you're defeated whilst you're playing yourself, it doesn't affect your rank, it just counts towards a defeat. So that's quite handy, so you don't actually lose places for getting a defeat, you just don't move up. So now I've got 0 entries. I could press the plus button if I wanted, and as you can see, for the first reset of my Colosseum entries would cost me 250 gems. I think the next one goes up to 400, but I personally am not planning to do that today. Now, for the more advanced players, we go over to where the familiars are, which is obviously under where the Siege 8 happened, and then I go into my monster hold, because there's a very handy familiar. Now he's called Bonehead. He's a pack 2 familiar, so you need to have unlocked pack 2s to get him. And again, Bonehead needs to be minimum of level 20, which means he's an adult stage familiar. Because once he hits level 20, he unlocks the ability called Ready to Rumble. Now again, I don't personally use this feature that often because I try not move kingdoms too much. So, Ready to Rumble basically has, my current one has a cooldown of 1 day and 18 hours. However, if I activate him, he gives me 4 extra entries into the Colosseum for free. If I moved him up some more, that would drop by 6 hours, but again, I don't use him. The real advantage with Bonehead is if you move kingdoms, then straight away you've got your original 5 off your daily VIP, and then you can activate Bonehead, which will give me another 4. So straight away I've got 9 attempts every couple of days to move up the ranking systems in the Colosseum without actually having to spend any gems. So when you go to the little dragon picture on the middle of my screen on the right, that's obviously where my active familiar activities are all kept. I look for the Colosseum one, which is Ready to Rumble. I click use this. It then pops up saying you've activated the familiar skill. I can go back to the Colosseum now, and as you can see, I now have got 4 free entries extra today because I activated Bonehead. And again, this is a great way if you want to move up the ranks, or if you're like myself and you know you're roughly about where you should be for now, then you know I personally don't use him as much as I should. Pretty much I would say that's everything that can be covered with the Colosseum. Yeah, and if you've got any questions, please leave it in the comments section, and I will get back to you. And I'll just keep on trying to post some more tutorial videos. So if there's anything that you want me to go into, let us know, and I will do some research and I will put a video up for it.